Last month I did $22,000 in sales on Amazon, which is about half what I was doing just a few months ago. And there's four main reasons why my Amazon FBA sales dropped. All of them are important, but number four is probably the biggest reason why my Amazon FBA sales dropped. And I wanted to make this video to show you all the mistakes I made so you can avoid them. But before I get into that, I want to make it clear. I did $22,000 in sales on Amazon. That's not profit. I still had the cost of my product itself. I had a lot of the Amazon FBA fees, such as the pick and pack fee and the 15% selling fee. There was also costs like PPC, just other random Amazon FBA fees, and just other expenses with running a business like paying for my virtual assistants, which last month actually, I did not spend as much money on my virtual assistants or PPC. I redirected my virtual assistants to be focusing a little bit more on this YouTube channel. So after calculating all my expenses, last month I did a little over $7,000 in profit, which to be honest, I'm still really grateful for. That's still really good. That's still more money than I made back when I was working my corporate job. And I did that, I made that money on Amazon, even though last month I spent most of the month in Mexico, just surfing, doing yoga, enjoying life. And I'll get to this is part of the reason why my Amazon sales are dropping. But the first reason I want to talk about, and this is a really important one, is I have a competitor that the owner of the company has $100 million. He had a previous company that he sold for $100 million. And to be honest, they're kind of bullies. They're selling their product at a loss. They're spending a ton of money on marketing. As you can imagine, he's got a lot more money to spend than I do, and he doesn't really care if he makes a profit. I know how much it costs to make his product, and I know how much he's selling it for, and I know for a fact he's losing money. Not to mention the fact that he's not doing the work himself. Like, I'm doing the work myself. He's paying other people to do the work for him, which means that it costs even more to run his business, which means that his profit's even less. But they recently lowered their price from around $35 down to $26, which is a little bit cheaper than what my price is, even if you do the subscribe and save. And I think they had to have done this on purpose because it's like right below what my subscribe and save price is, which is a lot of times what Amazon shows. So I think they wanted to undercut me, which is fine. That's business, I get it, but it kind of sucks because I can't spend the kind of money he can spend on advertising. I can't lose money on my product month after month like he's currently doing. And the truth is, I think they're kind of a shady company. They claim to be paleo, even though they have artificial ingredients. They have ingredients that are not the best to be consuming on a keto diet, and they claim to be a keto product. They were even featured in an email by someone that I considered a friend and a mentor. And the crazy part about this is this person in the email put a link to their product and then called it Dash Performance Nut Butter, basically calling his product my product. And to be honest, that really hurt me, but they're not my only competitor. I have a lot of competitors, and this is my fault. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna get to how this is actually my fault. I don't wanna try to blame everyone else, but I do have to say it was right after this company that I'll codename Super Rich Nut Butters, right after they cut their price to beat my price, that's when my sales really started dropping. But again, this is my fault. I'm gonna get to this later when I talk about the biggest reason why my sales have been dropping. But again, Super Rich Nut Butters isn't my only competitor, and a big reason why my sales have been dropping is the market's becoming a little bit more saturated. Now, that's not always a bad thing. At first, as new competitors enter the market, the whole pie grows. I was the first product like mine on Amazon. And so it was a relatively small niche, but I had 100% control. Now, as more competitors come in, it gets saturated. But the cool thing is when companies like Super Rich Nut Butters spend a lot of money on advertising, it grows the whole pie because a lot of the population didn't know about this idea of eating healthy fat on the go in the form of nut butter. So it's growing the whole pie, but as soon as this one company undercut me, that did hurt things a little bit. On top of that, a lot of different companies have been releasing a lot of different products, including a company I talked about in my 1-year update, a company called Copy Keto, that's my code name for them as well, where they copied my formula, but good for them, they did come out with some new products, some different flavors. Again, it kind of saturates the market because less people are gonna be interested in buying my product when there's so many different options out there. Now, there is a pretty obvious solution to solve this problem, and I'll talk about this in mistake number 4, but really quickly, the third reason why my sales have been dropping is it's seasonal. To be honest with you, November, December, most people are not eating healthy. They're not out there searching for my kind of a product, and that sucks, but it's outside of my control. It happens every year, and it's pretty much to be expected. So let's get into number 4, which is the biggest reason why, in all honesty, that my sales dropped, and it's my fault. I should have been launching more products. I should have launched Performance Nut Butter Cacao a year ago, but to be honest, I delayed it, and part of it's my fault and part of it's things outside of my control again, and that's entrepreneurship. Basically, for a long time, I didn't release this product. I was dragging my feet because I was nervous. I had a ton of anxiety, a ton of fear around launching this product for a few different reasons. But one is, if it failed, I would have felt terrible. I would have felt like a failure, obviously, because I share everything on YouTube, and so I wanted everything to be perfect, which is a terrible idea. Basically, one of my biggest slogans is done is better than perfect. If I would have launched this a year ago, even if I would have made a huge mistake, I still would have made way more profit, because I plan on every month probably making around $10,000 profit from P&B cacao. And so that could have been $120,000 profit. So even if I made ridiculously huge mistakes, even if I made $60,000 worth of mistakes, which would have almost been impossible, I still would have net profit over $60,000. And my goal in life is not to make the most money I possibly can. That's, in my opinion, a very shallow goal. My goal in life, and I talk about this all the time on this channel, is to enjoy the journey, enjoy the ups and downs. And this is a down moment right now, but the truth is, I know at some point I'm gonna overcome this. And worst case scenario, and I think about this a lot, even if my business, Performance Nut Butter, completely failed, completely went to zero, that'd be okay, because I've developed the skills to launch and create another product. And guess what? I wouldn't make the same mistakes with the next product. And that's true for you too. I think a lot of people get stuck in analysis paralysis. They want everything to be perfect, like I've been doing with Performance Nut Butter Cacao. But the smarter thing to do is go out there, launch a product, and know that if it fails, you're gonna learn from those mistakes and you're gonna make a better product next time. You're gonna do everything a little bit better next time. I stopped focusing on Performance Nut Butter. My goal when I quit my corporate job 7 years ago was to make basically 6 figures passive income, $300 a day passive income. And I spent a long time after I quit my job struggling, trying all the different ways online to make money. And it wasn't until I created this passion product, until I launched this product on Amazon, that I actually hit that goal. And within 2 months of launching this product on Amazon, I was doing $300 a day passive income. And at that point, I had the choice. Do I want to take my $300 a day goal and move it to $500 a day and then go up to $1,000 a day? And that didn't really excite me. What excited me a lot more, and I've talked about this before, was working on this YouTube channel. Because I struggled for years to find a method that works for me, to find all these tips and tricks, and I want to share them. And I was way more excited about focusing on this YouTube channel than I was on growing P&B. And to be honest, it paid off. And to me, that's the point of Amazon. It's to kill the money dragon. It's to be able to make passive income and do whatever excites you. Now, there obviously is a trade-off. In the last year, my sales on Amazon have declined quite a bit, but I was able to focus on something that excites me, that I really enjoy. And I went from making about $3,000 to $4,000 last year a month off YouTube to quite a bit more, closer to $15,000, not even including course sales, which I don't count because it's a refundable deposit. Basically, as long as people complete the course, I give them their money back. So I hope most people go through the course and complete it. That's also not including all the messages and comments that get left on my videos on how my videos are helping other people, which at the end of the day, what it's all about. It's all about helping other people. But now that sales are slipping on Amazon, I'm gonna put more of my focus back into my business, and not because of the money, but because it excites me, because I love the challenge, and honestly, I want to launch cool new products. I think that Performance Nut Butter Cacao is an amazing product, and I want to see it come into the world. And also, to be honest, I want to continue to launch new products, continue to learn more, so I can continue to get better and teach other people what I've learned. I enjoy going out, conquering challenges, learning things, making mistakes so that other people can learn from my mistakes. And that's what's rewarding to me, and that's what I want to do, and that's what deep down gives me the most pleasure. The money thing isn't as important to me. I mean, it's great to have money. I enjoy making money, but deep down, like, what gives me ultimate pleasure is helping other people create successful online businesses. And one of the best examples of this is my girlfriend. I recently helped her start her own online business, and it's been amazing watching her grow as a person. It's been nice. I mean, she's been making some extra side cash from it. And don't get me wrong, we made a lot of mistakes with her business, but it's been so fun watching her grow and learning from the mistakes we made. If you want to learn from all the mistakes we made with her business, we just did a video right here, and we share everything. We share exactly how much revenue she did, all her expenses, profit, all the costs to start up on Amazon, and all the big mistakes we made. So check out this video, click here. I'll see you in the next video, and remember to enjoy the journey.